Last time, you guys came into your first encounter with one of the artifacts while under employ of the neutralizers. It was an interesting job. You rescued a team member and uh, fought giant fucking spider creatures inside of a frozen time bubble. You came back afterwards and you got the job done. You got a little bit of a taste of what your next job is going to be. But they're still they were still figuring out the logistics for a while of when and where to send it and things like that. So you've had some downtime. It's been about a month since your last job. What have each of you been doing?
I went home to go visit my mother.
Yep. You went to the portal room and asked Miles. You went to ask and talk about like what time off is like and things like that. And Miles is like, as long as you have the name of the place and we've been there, we can send you there for your time off.
And I give him the name of the town that I'm from, and just have him drop me as close as he can, and I'll walk home from there.
And being from a town that's part of the Hammer Class Kingdom, it's been scouted and already figured out, and you were sent.
Cool.
You spent as much time as you needed.
While visiting my mother, I leave. I spend the month there, just kind of helping her out however I can.
Mm-hmm.
Doing a little bit more studies on my grandfather's town.
Yep.
And discovered a spell called Black Storm, which I then added to my spell book and fully comprehended.
All right.
And also left my mother 15 gold before I left.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah, well, I stayed there for a month.
He's such a good son. No, I'm kidding. Alrighty.
Do not give my mother that voice. I want to hear your best y'all.
No, I'm not going to give your mother. I was just making a joke.
Dare I say.
Voice my mom, Jacob.
We don't need to. Anyway. Jazz, John, which one of you would like to go for next?
John, would you like to, or should I go ahead?
You go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and visit the town that I was from before I got arrested as well.
Alrighty.
But I'm also gonna switch up my disguise before I do that, so no one recognizes me.
Go instead of blonde to like a deep brunette.
Deep brunette, maybe. Instead of human, maybe I'll go elf.
Yeah, you could even change your skin tone up a little bit too. Like, you do you.
Yeah.
You go back to your hometown and not much has changed. I mean, much has changed as some of the nobles and stuff have shifted around and politics are kind of weird, but you're not there for that. Yeah. You go to all of your old locations. You're free. You can roam around. The only thing is it's just kind of awkward being there because if you were your regular disguise, you'd get side eyes. You know that. Whether or not you were a free person.
What did you say, Jacob? You kind of cut out at the end there.
You would get, side eyes if you were in your normal disguise, whether or not you were a free person.
Right.
And how does this make you feel being back in your hometown?
Definitely a little sad.
Yeah. Do you spend the entire month there, or do you spend just enough time to be, explore and stuff?
Just enough time to explore.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd say you probably spend, like, your plans were to be like, I'd spend 2 weeks at most, but you get to about a week and you're just like, I think I'm ready to go back.
Yeah.
And you head back, and you still have a couple of weeks left. Is any character you want to talk to or get closer to or things like that before your time is up?
I definitely think Garbanzo Bean.
You want to go talk to Garbanzo Beanis?
Beanis.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
when you do, he's like, "Oh, it's good to see you. Your friend Alex likes to come by too.
Oh, does he really?
Yeah, he likes to help out in the store every so often.
Oh, that's lovely of him.
What are you here for, little missy?"
We're just in between jobs right now, and thought I would get to know a few more people a little bit better.
Scruff is there, by the way. I left Scruff with Venus. I wasn't gonna bring Scruff home
The
because
little
everybody would be like, "Is that the blacksmith's dog? What the fuck is going on?"
yeah, Scruff does come around from behind the counter and comes up to you and gets up and like paws at your.
He's got the little "Come Shop Garbanzo Venus" sign on it.
Yeah.
He is there to do work.
I go pet the dog, and then I realize he's wearing a sign, and I'm just like, is he working?
I mean, he is a dog, but it's more of like paying for advertising, like a billboard or something.
I pet the dog.
Yes, you can pet the dog. He doesn't mind.
Roll animal handling at advantage.
What is her animal handling isn't terrible.
Roll 2 nat ones. Roll 2 nat ones.
If you want to roll animal handling at advantage, you can see how well you pet the dog. You pet the dog real well. You pet that dog real well. That dog is so happy. So, Garbanzo is just kind of like, it's nice to chat and all, but it'd be easier. Do you mind, helping me out a little bit? We can talk while you help too. Just so it doesn't look like I'm not doing anything.
Sure, I wouldn't mind helping out at all.
He mostly has you, like, helping out with, like, stocking and stuff like that. And, he is with you a lot of times, like, explaining different items and be like, I got that from a merchant crossing the desert. He didn't know how valuable that was. Talking about all these different things he's gotten from his travels and history.
Oh. And, I very much enjoy the stories and talking with him.
He does, like, ask a little bit about... Yeah. He does ask a little bit about, like, where you're from and things like that, but whatever answer you give him, he takes it at that, because, he understands many people who come from the neutralizers have clouded backgrounds,
Yeah.
So yeah, we spent a good time doing that. I think it's a good time to get to that. John, what are you doing?
For the month Borman's been doing is transferring some of his own belongings from the Rowdy Pony after things cool down over there to his new room.
Do you get any help in doing this? Because I don't know how many boxes you have.
Well, it was at most 3 boxes.
Oh, okay, so yeah, probably not help. I mean,
Well, he had one. Well, one of his. Well,
One of his old teammates helping him.
you had one of your own friends helping you.
yeah.
So like you brought one of your old like mercenary guys to the HQ.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, he gets there and people kind of like look at him and like after you're done unpacking and your friend leaves, like one of the other employees here asks you, or like I guess team members ask you, like, hey, did you tell him anything about what you do here? Like, you're not supposed to really talk about that. It's kind of an unspoken thing.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, just I don't know. Be careful. And he kind of
Why are you in my room, step bro?
Whoa.
Whoa. Wow. Yeah. So you move your stuff and you decorate your room to how you like it, right? Basically. Oh, I think we lost John for a second. Oh.
Occasionally visit back. Occasionally visit back there, to go chat with them.
Yeah.
While also taking time to go have drinks with Thatcher.
Yeah. You and Thatcher have been getting pretty good friends. You know, older warriors in dangerous jobs, and Thatcher's just like. I noticed you kind of go off to another tavern every so often. Like, what's that about?
It's my mercenary group.
Oh, part of a mercenary group, I see. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We got a few of them here too. A few other ones. I mean, I wouldn't mind hanging out with some guys. They all around your age too? All around our age?
That was a. Some people think we're called the Grey Wardens because of that.
I see. I wouldn't mind hanging around some people my own age. I mean, whenever you feel comfortable.
And eventually, I would say near the end of the month, he does.
Yeah. And man, does he fit into your group of guys. He has his own stories to tell. Many of them talking about how he ran out of spells and had to fight with improvised weapons.
He's not very conservative, is he?
No. No, he is not. You realize, Borman, that there's a reason why he carries a crossbow on.
Oh, he knows.
Yeah. And you have your pretty much good month of relief, of leave, or whatever. And Matthew, I'm guessing you came back to the HQ by the end of the month, or
I would have been back before the end of the month. It was mostly just like a 2-week visit and then
Okay.
coming back.
Yeah. And
And the rest of the time he would have actually spent talking to the captain about the bottles, learning more about them, and learning more about the process of what the box does.
Okay. So you wanna talk about that?
I want to talk to the captain.
You want to talk to the captain? The
I want
captain,
to talk to Captain Abigail.
lets you in and gives you a warm smile, happy to see that somebody would like to visit her on their time off.
Is she obviously working, or is she like kind of on downtime?
She's kind of on down. Like, you see some papers that look like they could be worked on, but she's just kind of like, I don't want to do this right now.
She's just doing that thing where you balance a pencil between your nose and your upper lip.
He's like, oh, hi. I'm working, I swear. No. But she lets you in. What do you want to talk about?
Well, I'm curious, and I have brought I brought a cup of tea. And I kind of put it down on her desk and sit down. That's for you, by the way.
Takes it.
I'm curious about those jars over on the shelf.
Oh, yes. Yeah, the jars. Well, the jars are very simple to explain. They're just raw magical essence pulled from the
Right.
object.
Right, I get that. My biggest concern is the seeming lack of security to keep somebody from just running over and knocking them all down like a cat.
I just imagine you say that as you like twitch as you're trying not to do it.
Yeah.
I do see that would be a concern. No one
Because,
really brought that up to me, honestly.
I don't know. I feel like maybe a magical barrier.
Do you think, like, building a guard rail on the shelf would be useful?
Probably.
Okay.
Have it kind of like a guardrail bookshelf.
That figured out.
I would also say it wouldn't hurt to have a certain spell active over this at all times. I don't know if you have a way to do it or not. Trying to find it. Hold on. I think it's Magic Circle.
Oh yeah, I know what spell you're talking
Yeah, yeah. Magic Circle. Maybe just kind of like defending the box, and only like you and whoever else uses the box can get
about.
to the shelf. You know.
Understand. Oh, I see. Yeah, well, precautions are necessary, for sure.
Uh, I will say that would ease my sort of tension for working here. You know, nothing quite instills the fear of complete and total annihilation like knowing that there are more people being recruited seemingly every day, and I don't know any of them. And quite frankly, I've seen Thrasher. I imagine he's not the worst. He's not the run to the litter here in terms of craziness.
He's
Uh,
obviously not.
I do worry that, you know, one day your scouts are going to bring somebody in and they're going to think this is shady as fuck and knock it all over in a self-sacrificing way, not thinking to ask any questions. I'd just like to not be in a blast zone.
I see.
Nothing quite adds attention to your job like knowing you live next to a nuke.
Well, honestly, no one had really brought it up to me. I mean, maybe they were too intimidated by me. Who knows? I'll put that into consideration. I'm sure I'll get something figured out.
I see.
Also,
you busy later?
Me? She picks up some of the papers from her stack and looks at them and is just like, these could wait until Friday.
How about dinner? On me.
Oh! No one's really taken me to dinner here before. I'd love that.
You got a favorite restaurant?
She thinks, and she gives a name of a place that's a little bit up in the more nicer section of the town, of the capital.
Okay.
And yeah, and you go and you have a very casual time with her.
Mm-hmm. Mostly, it'd be mostly discussing ideals and getting to know more about her.
Yep, and a lot of it you've heard before and things like that. But this time, instead of like the guise of the seriousness, you can see how much what you do means to her about the safety of everyone else.
Mm-hmm. Does she comment about the new robe?
Oh, she while you're walking, she would have like grabbed the side of it a little bit and looked at it and be like, "Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous."
Yeah, I was a fan of your cape.
Yeah,
being real honest with you, thought that was really fucking cool.
Oh God, what is Jazz typing? Jazz, fucking say it. Oh, a cloak. Yes, you can. You can also get a cloak. You could have done that during this time. I will let you do that.
Awesome.
Venus could have manifested you one. He's such a high-level sorcerer.
Yeah. Like, he would have done a favor for a favor, you know.
Beam.
Clothes beam! So this month went by, and you've done your things. You've met people, you've talked, you've relaxed. You've settled in. I would say this is about the time you've settled in more.
Yeah.
And one day, you're called on your Stones of Far speech from your room to go meet Abigail in her office. The three of you, of course.
Stuck out his breath.
I grab.
The rest of anybody.
What do you
I
got?
grab my cloak and my sword and let's go.
All right.
You know what?
What's that
this
for,
one,
John?
I'm gonna leave my grandfather's tome here.
Oh, okay.
As I don't use any of my spells from that tome. It's more of just kind of something I keep on me.
Yeah.
But as I've settled in, I will have placed the tome kind of like on a nightstand bookshelf next to the bed.
Mm-hmm.
With like some research notes and shit like that.
Yeah.
The special ink and parchment needed to transcribe magic shit is next to it. I'm
Alrighty.
just kind of walking out and looking for the rest of the team, like, guys?
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 I'm sure you met up with Minth quickly because she seemed to have get out. John, what was that 13 for?
Oh, well, Foreman comes out last.
Okay.
And, well,
He rolled initiative.
no. It's more. You notice his hands are a little bit... hurt.
Oh.
Foreman?
Hey, Foreman. You okay?
Why do you keep getting fucked up every time we're away? I noticed your eye was a little swollen last time we saw each other, and it was pretty nice shiner, and now your hands look like you've been punching rocks.
What, John?
Going to a tavern.
said it is
things
called
like
a
that
pub.
can happen.
Oh, going to a tavern, it can't happen. I see.
Ah, a fan
Why
of
you
the bar
keep
fight scene, are
starting
you?
bar fights, Foreman? Just why, Foreman?
Never said I started one. And he starts walking away.
Now, who the hell was looking at this big ass boar man and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna start a fight with that.
You know what they say. First day of prison, you find the biggest, baddest mofo in the yard, and you jump it. Well, I'm here to ask you to stop. I know I'm big. My mama says the only thing bigger than my stomach is my heart.
Jesus.
I'm here for mail fraud, dude. And the beatings are getting so bad, the Aryan Brotherhood jumps in to stop my ass whoopings. It's getting hard to knit when my hands keep shaking.
God damn it.
How you gonna beat up a dude making you handmade seasonal accessories?
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Okay, so the three...
that video. It's so good.
It is good. The three of you get to the office, and you go in, and you can see that that Abigail's a bit more relaxed. And Matthew, you notice the shelf where all the jars are is now in a glass container, like a locked glass case.
All over.
Yep, all fully covered.
See, you took my advice.
Yes, it was something that I talked to a few others about, and they thought that it would be a good idea.
Well, very comforting to know that I can express my work and concerns, and they'll be listened to.
I wish more people did.
Can I roll to sort of investigate the containment?
If you want to just look at the container, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Go for it. She has no problem with you guys looking at whatever's the whole thing is.
Like, I want to clarify, I'm looking at this as a rogue, but I'm not actually trying to steal it.
I know, yeah, no, I know exactly what you're doing. Okay.
You're casing the joint.
Yeah, you're casing the joint. So you look at it, and it seems like a pretty generic key lock, but you can tell that there is a enchantment on it that it won't unlock unless used by a specific key. Like not even a lockpick could get it.
Not bad. I like it.
We have many spellcasters here, so I just asked some of them for a favor. The three of you notice that there is a round-ish object with a cloth on it in the middle of her desk. It's about a softball in size.
Jesus.
Um.
Very big. What you got for us?
Yes. Well, you remember how last time you came back from your mission, I kind of hinted at we would start with showing you the other side of how our organization works in distributing items back in.
Yes.
Yes.
She removes the cloth and it's that same glowing arcane crystal. It's dark blue in color. We're going to be
So many orbs.
we're going to be returning this. It's more of like a D20 shape, but yeah, it's like a geometric orb.
It's a dodecahedron.
Yeah, dodecahedron. I had that spelled out correctly. Yay. And I think I know where I want to put this back.
Okay.
Where would that be?
So, well, for one, we have she hands you a piece of paper. I want you to show this to Miles so he'll know where to send you. And on the piece of paper is written, "The City of 5 Centuries."
Centuries or
Centuries. Centuries. As in time.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just clarifying because it kind of
Yeah.
sounded like you said centuries, like the
Yes, I get it.
guards.
Yep.
Can I maybe roll a history check?
You can roll a history check.
Right.
This location is a legend. You don't know if it exists or not.
Oh. I'm gonna kind of raise my eyebrow at Abigail.
Oh.
Seeing Minth raise an eyebrow, I also raise an eyebrow, but at Minth.
Yeah.
Well, I'll see if I know.
Fair enough.
Nope.
John, you've kind of heard of the name, but you're not sure where.
For shits and giggles.
Yeah. Are you gonna roll one too? Yeah, Matthew. You get the same. Once you raise an eyebrow at Jazz, you realize the same thing that she does. That
Gormit's just like got that blank look.
this city is a legend.
Hey, Borman.
Like he just turns like realizing you called him.
Huh?
This city is like a fairy tale that we're going to.
He turns back.
Hmm.
So what's so special about the artifact that we'll be returning?
Well, we'd recovered it a long time ago. This organization did. And it had this note on it from where it was, taken from. Everything was labeled for a long time until we started distributing them back. And I think we should take it back to where it originally was supposed to be from.
Did y'all suck the magic out of this before? Is it safe to handle?
You can feel it, Matthew, that it's pretty decent. It if used correctly could be used for a good amount of power, but most people wouldn't figure that out.
Could I? In my head, is it smart for me to palm this thing?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Gonna reach my hand out to pick it up.
It feels warm, like a heartbeat as it pulses.
And who are we returning this to? Just the city itself, or is there a specific person?
There might be somewhere to put it there. Like you said, it's a fairy tale or a legend. Maybe there's a location, like it being a dungeon kind of thing. So the right person can find it again.
I see.
Now, As I do like all of your names, I think it'd be easier if you figured out a team name that I can call you by when I need you to put on missions. I've been thinking about it. I haven't thought of anything. I feel like it'd be better if the three of you thought of a team.
Oh God, no.
You don't have to, figure it out right now. I don't want to put you on the
We are
spot.
farmers.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Just an inward groan.
Well, we do look like a man, a woman, and a giant prized pig. I'm just
No,
saying.
Borman raised his brow at you.
She thinks about it for a second and actually considers the name Farmers as your team name. That's just obscure enough that nobody else outside would question it.
It's a code name.
Send in the farmers.
Send in the farmers!
Watch, we're like level 20. There's a siege going on here, and Abigail's just like, get me the farmers. We teleport, and the enemy team's just like, the farmers? What will a simple harvest to do for you? And then, like, Borman walks out and sieges through 3 buildings. Jazz is like throwing daggers and killing people instantly. I've got like a meteor storm coming. What kind of fucking farmers? They're livestock by trade.
They farm your lives.
She's just like
They harvest souls.
like I know it was a joke in real life, but like that's actually a really good team name.
Oh God, are we going to become the farmers?
I mean, I
You
don't
don't
hear
have
any
to.
other objections.
It's up to you guys. I'm not
We'll think of something while we're going.
okay. That's fine. Just make sure Miles gets the note and we'll send
Gotcha.
you on your way.
All right, and I'm not even gonna shove this orb in my bag. I'm just holding it.
It feels nice to hold.
I poke the orb.
You feel the little warm pulse too,
Ooh,
like a heartbeat.
Ooh.
is
Anybody?
it like a boom?
It's like a
When she pokes it?
yeah,
is it a-
yeah, pretty much. It makes a little boom pulse.
Oh, have we left the room?
Yeah, if you're ready to.
Is there?
As
What, John?
I was gonna
We-
say as we're leaving, I kind of look over my shoulder and shoot Abigail a finger gun.
She chuckles a little bit. What's up, John?
yeah, as we leave the room and the door closes behind us, Borman lets out a breath.
What's up, Borman?
Borman quickly looks away. Nothing.
Now, I don't believe that.
I don't have to be insightful to know that that's bullshit. Come on, Borman. We're a team. Besides, I paid the gold for your services before. I need to know if you can keep me alive. You're looking worse for wear. What's going on, bud?
He looks at you, looks at the hands, and back to you. Just like, what? I was so.
I'm sorry. You were very quiet. I couldn't hear you.
I was sewing. Like he finally says out loud.
You were sewing.
Were they seasonal accessories for the new inmates?
Well, what were you
He walks
selling?
away.
He walks away. Oof, Matthew, that was rude.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had to quote the video.
Alrighty.
You know what? Since he's walking away, I'm gonna lean over to Mint. I'm on digging through his pockets, seeing what he's selling.
Hold on.
I'm a little curious myself.
You see,
You have to beat a 5, Jazz.
what do I need to roll? Sleight
I
of
think
hand?
this was. Jung, was this your perception
This
to
is
hear me?
heard.
Okay. That'll be my stealth check. That should be easy to beat. I just have to roll above a 2.
Yeah, this would be like a sleight of hand if you're trying to pickpocket them.
Oh no, that was to hear what you were
Yeah,
saying.
that was
Oh,
the
to hear
hero.
what you're saying. Okay, I see. But either way, if you do want to pickpocket them, Jazz, it would be a sleight of hand. And John would have to roll like perception as well. 15's really good.
I mean, with pickpocketing, isn't it a beat the passive wisdom
Or passive
or passive perception?
Yeah, I think it is. John, what's your passive perception?
13.
Yeah, you beat it. What does she get out of your pockets, John?
She picks out a sewing needle.
Ooh!
You see Mint make a face like, why is he just carrying this around?
What? Yeah, John, why are you carrying
I like to imagine like she's like Alex is just standing there and Borman's walking and she's like crouch walking behind him. She picks the needle, turns around, just looks at Alex and has one of those here I'll Skype it so you can see the face I'm making. That's all right.
Okay. Let me explain. Yeah. Oh yeah, the
What?
yeah, the
That's the exact face.
especially because it's a single bare sewing needle, not like
There's not like a thread attached to it at all.
or like a pin cushion or anything.
Why does that leave him out of breath?
There's actually
There's so many more questions
So
than answers.
during this kerfuffle, this weird event, you guys make it to the portal room again. Miles is just chilling. He's eating a sandwich, you know.
Hey
Hello,
Miles, you got a
Miles.
sandwich I can borrow?
So this is my only sandwich.
Dude, I see you like every day here with a sandwich. Come on, you gotta have another.
And most of the time when you see me here, it's during like lunchtime. Of course I'm eating a sandwich. What?
I lightly push Alex this time, like, hello, Miles, how are you doing today?
Just,
man.
fuck.
I mean, like, I don't have a sandwich, but I got some fruit. Like, it's like a ruffled
Oh, what kind of fruit?
Here's an apple.
Oh, thanks.
Do you guys want anything? I have some spare fruit.
I would love some spare fruit.
You just kind of like, what do you want?
I'll take, some berries.
Okay, he gets like a little container of blueberries and hands them to you. Borman, you want anything? No?
Just like gives him a raised brow. Just like, no.
Alright.
You got a pear, actually? I'm not really big on apples.
Yeah, I got a pear. I'll trade you. He gives you the pear for the apple. I
He
usually,
gives me the pear and I toss the apple to Borman. Thanks.
just like, I usually have this bag of fruit just to eat throughout the week, you know.
Give him the note.
Oh, he hands the note and he raises
I
his
hand him the note.
Yeah, he takes it and he raises his eyebrow and he's like, "City of 5 centuries, huh? That's interesting."
Yep. Yeah, and I still have the orb in my hand, and I'm just like, yeah, we gotta go place this back. I don't know where.
I mean, you know what they say about legends? An ancient, city is supposed to have prized treasures in it. I guess you're putting that one back, right?
I suppose so.
All right. He looks through his little his key ring as he gets a different key out and puts it into the open space of the portal, and the energy whirs around, and the milky fog from the portal is a different color from last time when you went into the portal. You can probably guess it's because of different locations, but yeah,
What color is this one?
it's kind of like a bronzy color.
Sorry, had my foot up on a metal bar on my desk, and it just fucking slipped right off, and I hit my ankle right on the ground.
Oh my god, are you okay, Matthew?
That's lovely.
Anyway,
I actually smacked my heel, but the shock went up to my ankle.
yeah, but yeah, the portal color is bronze.
I go ahead hop through the portal.
And hop through the
Just
portal?
keep little.
I'm guessing all of you do.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right?
Sure.
When you go through, it's slight nausea. Like, you guys have been getting more and more used to this portal system, right? But, like, you just have that tiny little bit of it, and it's just...
Actually, after like passing through the portal,
Yeah.
I want to like pop my head kind of back through.
Yeah?
And hey, Miles,
Well, yeah?
I toss him the pear back. I didn't want a pear.
I can never...
Let's go back through.
I can never... You leave, and he's just like, I can never get a read on that guy.
I've been so rude to Miles.
And all he wants to do is help.
like I'm impressed by his portals, but I've been dicking with him the whole time.
I think it's funny, but yes, you arrive in this new location out somewhere. You guys don't know any of the distant landmarks. You're far away from anywhere you've ever been.
Well, where do we go?
And you turn and you look and you start to realize what's there. You're at an entrance to a magnificently massive city of ruins. Each building seems to be as tall as the highest castle you've ever seen. Vines and grass have almost completely overgrown, creating large rectangles and cubes of vines. Upon closer inspection, the roads are made of a hard, smooth rock-like substance, and the buildings, instead of being wood or stone, are made of metal in the process of rusting. Along with the ambient sound of nature, there are creaks and strained sounds of the old metal.
I'm kind of gonna lean over to Mince. So the farmers.
Let's think on it.
How about brass farms?
Brass Farms.
Yeah, why not? We've been seeing a lot of brass. In our adventures.
Today, we've been seeing a lot of brass. Today.
No, because you said the if I remember correctly, you said at the church there was some brass instead of like gold for the ornate decorations.
I don't even know if I went into the ornate decorations, Matthew.
I might be thinking of the first time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know why I keep thinking of brass. I feel like we've seen a lot of brass.
I don't know, man.
I mean, it's a better name than the convicts.
You're not wrong.
You know, or the prisoners, or the gladiators, or the champions. It's corny. I don't know.
Goblin Slayers.
Look, that'd be more my that'd be more my name, not yours.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Over here, magic missile.
Hey, now it ain't my fault that they're stupid.
Man, they put me into that arena, and stealth is my bread and butter. I couldn't hide.
I mean, you did pretty good faking being dead. You were pretending, right?
Yeah, I was pretending.
Roll deception.
What?
Roll deception versus my insight.
You know what? Fucking fine, Matthew. Let me roll a deception check for you.
It won't be hard.
It really won't, because guess what?
+7.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Alright.
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 Hey, John, you want to make any checks while they're arguing right now?
Sure, I'll perceive.
You'll proceed. While the two of them are arguing, Borman's like surveying the location.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
You're
perceives nothing.
you're kind of awestruck at how tall and large these buildings are. You're more focused up and around, wondering how anybody could build cities this big.
Can I roll a perception check, or am I too busy arguing still?
No, you can cut that argument and roll a perception check.
Well, I'm too peeved.
You're too peeved. Matthew, you wanna roll a perception check?
I mean, why not?
I mean, no, why not? It's not that hard of a check to make. Okay, thank you. You're just like, after Mint just like stops talking about the whole thing, you're just like, "Ugh, whatever, and you turn and you
I'm
look.
just like, whatever. And I'm just kind of like eyeing the city, and I'm like, huh.
As you look around, it seems that every 40 paces or so, metallic-looking skeletons line the street.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Some are leaned up against buildings, some are just laying on the ground.
Are the skeletons covered in brass?
They're metallic-looking. They look like brass and metals, irons and brasses, different types of metals, coppers.
Hmm.
They've been here a while. They're also covered in vines and moss too.
Thank you.
Are they just like in nonchalant poses, or like do they look like dead people?
They look like dead people.
Okay. Like they're in the dead people poses.
Yes, yeah. It's very generic dead people, what you would see in a movie. Of just like a mass death.
I wanna inspect my orb that I'm holding.
Yeah? It's the same
Yeah.
same warm, pulsing glow.
Right, but like I wanna know what this does.
I want to inspect it. Okay, I want you to roll me an Arcana check.
Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
He's dying. Everyone, somebody call a ambulance.
Choking on the spit. How does a 20?
That's good. You inspect it, and you start to really feel that it seems like a power source. Like how a heart is to a human being.
Just kind of looking at one of the skeletons. Just kind of like gonna touch it with the orb.
Nothing really happens. You don't really see a spot for the orb to really interact with these ones.
I'm sure we'll find something. And I just kind of keep making my way towards the center of the town.
Well, you're walking around. It's
Like a city.
It's a city. Yeah, it's a modern day city, except kind of steampunky.
Everything's made out of metal, and it looks
Yeah.
like steampunk.
But, yeah. So you're walking around. Anybody else want to roll? There's. Do you want me to tell you what I want you to roll, or do you want to figure it out?
What if I start rolling investigation?
Okay, I like that. Okay.
Here you go, baby.
Thank you, babe.
Yep, no problem.
So Jazz, as you guys are kind of walking around this city, you can see signs with pictographs pointing in different locations.
Pictographs?
Pictographs. So, symbols. They look like a bank, a factory in the town hall. At least that's what you would glean from them.
What you got?
Check it out. There's symbols here telling you where things are.
And I imagine she's like telling me what they are.
Yeah.
Yo, I want to go hit up the bank.
Thanks.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Doesn't look like these guys need it anymore. And I kind of like kick one of the skeletons.
It hurts a little bit.
Ow. Ouch. That Yep, they definitely don't need it.
Yeah, keep metal.
You
Boots.
you arrive at a massive bank. The words are scratched off due to weathering over time. The inside has many plants and vines hanging off of old, massive chandeliers, swaying ever so slightly in the wind. The teller booths have cracked and broken glass, and it seems that any of the gold or money on this floor has been taken. The panels on the floor are missing, and some of the furniture and counters are sinking into the ground. There are stairs leading down across the room. Okay, so the stairs leading down across the room. I didn't put enough commas in this.
Just for the sake of it, I'm gonna use Ray of Frost on the
Mhm.
vines, just kind of like trying to kill off the plants.
Okay, yeah, you
They
do
wilt
that.
and die. That way, I get a better view of everything that's going on in the room of what it was originally supposed to be.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you do that, and it looks like a very, very fancy bank. Something you would see noblest of nobles using to you.
I don't have any light-based cantrips. That makes me sad.
It's kind of bright. It's still kind of daytime. Like, there's light shining through and things like that, but, it's still a little dim.
I guess I'm going to kind of look at everybody. Want to go shopping?
I'm gonna lean over at Alex and be like, the safety deposit boxes are usually the hardest to get into. There might still be something in there.
Let's go on down.
Who takes the first step in?
I will.
I'm actually not stepping in, for the sake of this being a bank and it looks like it's super noble and fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Alex is gonna misty step as far down the stairs as he can.
So you can get to with one misty step, you can get to the staircase. Across the room.
To the bottom of the stairs.
Just to the staircase.
No,
to the top.
I wanted to get to the staircase, walk over to it, and then teleport down.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay, so Jazz, you
Yeah.
decided you wanted to go in first?
You know what? Actually, can I, I'm gonna go into my true form and just fly down the stairs.
Fair enough. Okay, so then Matthew or John, who is walking first across?
I guess I am.
Hey, Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. I'm just looking. Oh, well, that makes sense. You walk a few steps into the bank, and you take a wrong step, and you plunder through the floor. Down to a lower level. Hitting things along the way, And you take 14 bludgeoning damage.
How far would it look like I'm gonna fall? Upon doing that?
You fall about 2-3 stories. And take 14 damage. Jazz, you're flying and you make it to the staircase. Hey guys, I made it. And you turn and you see just Alexander plunder through.
Oh, shit.
That hurt.
John, what are you going to do? You're still outside the bank.
So I pretty much just saw Alex.
Yeah, you watched him do it.
I sigh and, well, I try to carefully make my way to the stairs.
Okay. Roll me a stealth check. $21. You make it to the other side of the stairs. Damn, John, you rolled high for what your modifier is.
You got lucky.
What, Matthew?
I said, why didn't you make me make a roll?
Why didn't I make you make a roll? Because you said, I just walk to the stairs. And John, seeing that there's missing panels and somebody fell through, is like, I'm going to carefully do it.
Why didn't our flying rogue check for traps?
It's an old building.
Alex is like prone on the ground, like he's clearly had the wind knocked out of him. He's clutching his ribs. He's just
I'm
like,
gonna fly down to where Alex is and make sure he's still alive.
He's alive. He's just in pain.
So this is by the time I finally make it down the steps.
So Jazz goes down through the hole that Alex fell through, and John, when you go down the stairs, well, actually, Matthew, you see this too.
I had a pretty good view of it as I was falling 3 stories.
You see, now that you're on the lowest level of the city, that the bank vault door has also sank through and is in the bottom area too.
All right.
Well, isn't that convenient?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand,
Yeah.
and I'm going to attempt to open the bank vault using the Mage Hand.
It's just the door.
Oh, that's just the door. The vault is not here, but the door is.
Yeah, the door sank through because it rusted off its hinges.
I'm just kind of gonna look up and be like, "Hey, man, if you see what looks like a vault without a door, pound the door."
John, as you're going down the stairs, you can see where the bank vault door was, and there's now a hole in between the bank vault and the landing.
So I carefully make my way to the hole,
Yeah.
and I look down.
You look down, it's about a 1-story drop from there.
And I'm pretty sure I see those two.
Yeah, you do.
What's the difference, or what's the distance from where I am to where the bank vault itself is?
Well, you can see the hole where the bank vault door was. You're probably, let's see here, you're probably like 10 feet away from the vault door that fell through, and then it's a full story up.
So that'd be an additional 10 feet.
Yeah, so you're, yeah.
So 10 by 10, that's a hypotenuse of like 12-ish.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of going to be like, dag flabbit, and I'm going to just kind of pull myself up and be like, now nobody go in there. I got a plan, and I'm going to take my action to use Find Familiar to shape Scruff into an owl.
Okay.
And I'm going to send Scruff into the vault to look for things.
Okay.
And I'm still just kind of chilling in this crater that I landed in, blind and deaf and looking through.
He's like,
Looking through Scrum.
Well, you see through your owl's eyes that many of the boxes, many of the like little compartments in the bank vault have been opened and emptied. There are still a few that are closed. Maybe people who didn't get it in time or get the stuff.
Kind of gonna flap him over to Mint, and I can't speak through the familiar, so it's just gonna make like the owl shriek at Mint, and then like start flapping over towards the vault.
I'm going to follow the owl.
Okay, you do so, and you can see that there are like 4 unopened compartments in this vault.
I want to try to open them.
Slide a hand check for me, 1 for each.
1 for each?
This is what we get for our greed.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The 9 breaks. You break the lock of the 9. The 11, you just can't quite get it open. But the 17 and the 20, you pop open with relative ease.
Anything good in there?
You get, I'll say 100 gold from each of the containers.
Hell yes.
What'd you find?
The gold is really interesting too. It doesn't have any like country print on it that you've ever seen.
Does that mean it would not be usable?
It's still usable because it's a gold coin. But it's just different printed. It's old money. It doesn't mean it's bad money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pocket 100 gold, and then I'll fly out and hand Borman 50, and
Make
when
a
I get
sleight of
down
hand
there.
check.
She did it with out of sight of the two of you.
I was looking through Scruff
Oh, you
through
were
the
looking.
owl. I watched her do this.
I mean, you can argue about it. She's the one who has the money.
I know. I'm just saying. I watched this happen.
Jazz, do you care? Do you care if they see what you do?
I mean, not really.
Okay, so she doesn't have to.
All right.
She did the work. She gets a little extra pay. But when you're down giving...
Scruff just kind of comes up and looks at you with like sad owl eyes.
Jazz, when you get down to Alex to like give him the money, you can see that it is a sprawling tunnels underneath the city now.
Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and let my teammates know about that.
And I'm gonna return sight back to Alex and just get up and dust myself off.
Yeah.
This fucking bullshit.
Fucking old ass, metal ass, city ass.
Metal ass,
So-
decrepit ass, 2-story fallen ass.
Okay.
What's up, John?
Carefully, can I make my way carefully over to the vault?
I want you to. Oh, you want to get into the vault?
Yeah.
I would like you to make an athletics or acrobatics check.
Athletics.
Okay. So this you're just gonna jump it. The vault seems sturdy, so you could probably jump this. If you crit that, and both of you see the flying boar leap as he jumps across the gap.
Well, I'll be damned.
Mint gives a whistle and claps for him.
You know, I have to go apologize to my brother now.
Why
I
is
just
that?
saw a pig fly.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I told him I'd say sorry when pigs fly, and I'd kind of like motion up at Borman.
Alrighty. What are you doing in the vault, John?
Well,
Oh,
let's see if there's still anything
I mean,
there.
you see the two that are still closed that Mint couldn't get opened. You think maybe
Can I-
with a little brute force you could get it.
Yeah, I was about to say, can they just brute force those two?
Yeah, you want to do a strength check then?
Just pure strength?
Yeah, pure strength, and I'll have you roll one for each.
Ew.
You pulled a muscle.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna make my way up there, and I'm just kind of gonna.
You're gonna have to make me an athletics or acrobatics check, my guy.
I know that's fair.
Okay. But yeah. Okay, you made it up.
All right, and I.
Yeah, he probably heard you and he's like, oh yeah, careful
I
of
ju-
the...
I'm just kind of
Easy land.
watching Borman rip a muscle, and I'm just like, ugh, that doesn't look so good. Stand back,
Try
and I
again.
roll up my sleeves.
Oh, what is Alex gonna do to open these bank vault cubbies? I'm interested.
And Alex is going to use a cell decomposition wouldn't work because they're not organic.
Oh man, I'm interested.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll brute force it. Why not?
Oh no. Okay.
Alex has rolled up the sleeves. He's kind of like getting ready, just and he just grabs the first one and the second one. Fuck, that was a 20 and a 1 for both of them.
Oh no, it was a 1 and a 15.
Okay, my bad.
So the first one, you like tweak something as well, and you're just like, ah! But I'm
God
going for
damn
the
it,
other
that's
one!
dirty.
And you go for the other one, and this is the one that Mint didn't break the lock to and just couldn't get it open, and you're able to, like, pop it open just
You know,
enough.
God hands. I'm gonna reach in and take whatever's in there.
It's 100 gold. What, Jazz?
It's
I'm gonna see if I can pop open that last one with brute force.
I'm gonna be
Mint is
popping open the last one
frustrated.
first.
Well, you fly up there, and Borman's gonna get one more chance before to see.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm keeping my 100 gold. I don't care who saw. I'm keeping that.
John, you're able to pop
You
it.
deserve it.
Like, she gets up there and just sees him pop it open. She's like,
But,
damn.
John, you don't pop this one open. Because the lock is broken, you actually rip the cubby out of the socket.
I like to imagine with the 15 for Alex.
Yeah.
He didn't like rip his open or like pop it out of the socket, but like he kind of bent the metal just a
Yeah.
little bit at the corner and just kind of snaked his arm in there and grabbed it.
You used like fulcrum force and stuff like that.
yeah, I was smart about it. I wedged my quarterstaff in there and just
Righty.
Wait a minute.
What?
I'm so stupid. I have a fucking crowbar.
Jess has the crowbar. That's right.
You know,
Oh,
no,
shit.
I appreciate you trying to, do your rogue lock picking thing. I appreciate that. But at the same time, do you realize how old this city is?
God.
5 centuries, I like to imagine.
Yeah. Yep.
Damn.
What, John?
Oh, I just realized. I was like, wait, do I have that? No, Explorers Packs don't have it.
You do still have my shovel.
Anyway.
So what was in it?
You each got, each locker had 100 gold in it, but Jazz had 200. She got 200. So.
Jez, did you say that you kept 100 and then split the other 100 between us?
Yes. So,
Now all of
y'all
you
got
150. All of you. 50.
I'm at 350.
Well, I mean, you got 150 from this event.
Yeah.
wait, wouldn't I have just
Actually,
gotten
no, it's for
100?
Jazz.
Except for Jazz. I just thought of it.
Yeah, Jazz just got 100.
Yeah, well. I did math, and then I realized how wrong it was.
If Mint like looks over at Alex, he's just gonna flex his muscles and be like, "Get swole." His non-existent muscles.
Alrighty.
Wait. You know what? No, I'm not going to emasculate you like that.
What are you guys gonna do next? Now, in this fully empty bank vault.
Get the fuck out
Anybody
of
see
here.
anything
Can I get
else?
a ride back up to the top? I don't want to risk falling again.
What,
Could
John?
I potentially carry him up?
You could carry him up.
I'm not heavy.
Oh, I was asking Mint if you see anything else.
I didn't really see anything else of interest, but can I go ahead and roll investigation just to see if I notice anything else?
Well, I mean, the one thing you did notice is sprawling underground to the city as well.
True. Does anybody want to go check out the underground?
Not particularly.
Borman, your vote?
Surface, I guess.
As you're carrying me up by my tweaked arm, I'm just like, yeah, I really don't want to go any further down right now.
Damn.
I don't feel safe going in there after having fallen 2 stories.
Alright.
That
John,
seems fair.
you're gonna have to make another athletics check to get across the jump. God, poor Borman, he's too heavy to be flown. He makes it.
Yeah, Jez, the reason you can carry me is because Alexander weighs 145 pounds soaking wet.
The reason I ask is because Mint has a 0 strength.
That's alright, it's better than my -1.
Hey, Jazz, roll me a strength check while you're flying, man.
No!
I want to see you do it.
Don't drop me.
Jazz, you dropped him.
No.
I was gonna say, can I give her advantage since I'm holding on as well?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Jazz, roll again.
No.
Oh!
Advantage was Matthew, you only take 1 more damage this time as you hit the ground.
It's like as I land on the other side, I just hear another thump.
Yeah.
I kind of
This
rub my neck
fucking
sheepishly.
bullshit.
I'm like, I need to start hitting the gym when we get back.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, want to be my workout buddy?
Fuck, I might as well be.
Matthew,
Oh, you go find
athletics,
the gym.
acrobatics to get back up. John or Jazz can give you advantage by holding an arm out to get you up.
I will hold an arm out and help him. Do I also have to roll
No,
acrobatics or athletics?
it's just him. He gets advantage because you are supporting him. Okay,
Natural 20.
you made it back up.
What I see happening here is like Alex was holding onto a bar and Mint came like back down, flapping her wings as hard as she could, and he just kind of straight up, and
Yeah.
that was enough push to give her the help she needed to pull me up.
You climb back up the stairs, and you're back to that room where Matthew fell through the floor.
Mint, could you also fly me over the floor?
I can try.
I will let
might
this.
drop.
I will let this one happen because that pit actually had a check. So that's why I made you roll for the pit.
Ah.
No, you're able. John's gonna have to stealth his way across. Oh man. Oh John. Oh John. Okay. You are walking and you step on something and there's a creaking and some medium-sized debris falls on you. You take 5 damage and you're able to make it across the floor back to the entrance.
Ow.
Well, that was fruitful. I don't think it was worth 150 gold, but it was fruitful.
Where else would you like to go? You have 2 other places. There's the town hall and the factory.
I kind of want to check out that factory.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I bet you there might be some more money in there if we look.
You are the greediest motherfuckers.
I want gold so I can get good shit from Venus.
I know.
Same.
You arrive at the factory. Its massive smokestacks tower over the 3 of you, one of which has broken and is leaning into the other one. A large hole is gaping out of the side of the building, where multiple casting basins have landed, laying all over. The inside is full of conveyor belts with metal body parts all over, metal ingots, and even metal scraps in different places. Many of the conveyors end in holes as they sink into the abyss. The furnace in the back of the factory has sunken into a lower level of sprawling tunnels, bending the floor, making a ramp into them.
You see, this is the problem of building a town on a whole bunch of tunnels. You don't keep up the maintenance and you just have a giant sinkhole.
Who's here? Who's here to keep the maintenance up, Jazz? You haven't seen a living thing!
Did Moon say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah!
Or just gives her a look.
I'm not wrong.
Fuck. Okay.
What, y'all don't think it's weird there's no living souls here?
What do you guys want to do in the factory?
So I want to
Um,
carefully look around the place.
You're gonna look around the place? It seems much more sturdy than the bank did, just by default.
Hmm. Can you check out one of the metal ingots?
Yeah, you can check them out. You find there's like stacks of iron, copper, brass ingots. No gold ones. Motherfuckers.
Oh. Can I roll another investigation, see if I find anything interesting?
Sure. Go ahead, roll me an investigation
How
check.
much do each one weigh?
Ingots are usually like 5 to 10 pounds, depending on what they're made out of. Oh, is that 16 your investigation, Jazz? Or
It is.
all right, Jazz, you find a little lockbox with 50 gold in it.
Hell yeah.
I'll
I
even it
pocket
out.
it.
Yeah, I'll even it out.
Is it what kind of metal ingots there were?
Iron, copper, and brass. The same things that the metal skeletons were made out of. And pretty much everything in this place for the most part.
Probably take a couple metal ingots.
Okay. This time, the hole in the back that sinks into the lower levels, you can totally see into the lower levels from the top floor. Like, easily. But other than what you see in front of you, and what Jazz found, there's not much left here.
But I'm just taking like 3 of each, Jacob.
Yeah, fair enough.
You guys find anything interesting?
I mean, interesting is a relative term.
Maybe I want to know what my party members find interesting.
No, I know. That's the joke.
I can take a look, see. And I'm gonna send Scruffin for this actually.
Where are you sending Struff towards?
Scruff the owl.
Just to look around.
Okay. Do you want him as an owl, a dog? What form?
I'd have to spend another spell slot to turn him back into a dog.
Oh, okay, so he's an owl still. All right. Just looking around the factory?
He's got advantage on perception.
Okay. So you're having him look around the factory, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and perceive with your Scruff. 14.
14.
Okay. You're looking through your beautiful creature's eyes, your beautiful familiar's eyes, for the most part. Or at least it's like relaying what it sees. And you can kind of piece together that what made the hole in the big front wall of the factory looked like an explosion.
You know, y'all, now that I'm thinking about it, earlier those skeletons, upon closer inspection, it kind of looked like everybody got... It seemed to happen immediately, like as if there were some kind of blast. And judging from the hole in the factory, this may be the source.
You think so?
Jazz.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Jacob, can we see, like, any scorch marks, or...
If there were... there's a few on, like, the walls of the area that's blown outward. But a lot of it is starting to, like, fade over time. But you can definitely tell that there was some sort of explosion that blew a hole in this factory.
Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I didn't read the skills. That shouldn't be a 14, that should be a 16.
I'll still give that to you. Like, you know,
Okay.
who cares? You got it on a 14.
I wasn't sure if there was anything else
Yeah.
from a higher roll.
Hey, do you think that artifact could have been what blew up?
I'm not sure. I'd like
What?
to check out the city hall first,
Okay. I
just
think
to be
that's
sure.
a lovely idea.
Yes.
What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's really funny. I saw that too. So, do you all agree to go to the town hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The sign of the town hall swings on a corner in front of the doorway when you get there.
Like one of the chains that was holding the sign up is busted.
Yes, and it's swinging
Aw.
back and forth in front of the doorway like a blade trap.
So that's what he's breathing, or is it just doing that?
It has been doing that for years.
Creepy.
It's one of those Newton's cradles, but it's one thing.
Ah,
Also, why are all of our colors blue?
I don't know. I like it.
I like it too.
Y'all did this for Shades of Red in my one shot.
So, how are you gonna get into the door or into the town hall?
So the signs become a blade trap, basically.
Yeah, it's swinging back and forth. I mean, like, it's one of those things that, like, you could, like, it would hurt if it hit you, but, like, it's not actively being a blade trap, you know?
Are there any like windows on this building?
There are some windows, some broken out windows up higher.
I'm gonna fly up to the window and just go through that.
Fair enough. She got in. What about the rest of you?
I guess I'll just walk in, being careful of the inadvertent blade trap.
Okay, so go ahead and make me an acrobatics check if you want to walk through the front door.
Okay. That is a 10.
Oh, well, you get clipped by the blade, or by the sign and take 3 damage, slashing damage.
God, this fucking city is gonna kill me, man. I'm already at fucking 13 health.
Didn't you pick up some health potions from?
One.
One?
All right.
What about you, John?
How big is it?
How big is the sign? Why are you asking? What are you thinking?
I could try and stop it.
Roll me a strength check. You think you can stop it. Oh.
John with the bad rolls today.
You are able to stop it, but it also jams into you and you take 2 slashing damage. The sign is no longer swinging, and John now has it set to the side of the building. Once inside, you can see what once was a comfortable lobby. There are chairs and couches that have long since lost their luster. The receptionist desk partially sinking into the floor. The stairs leading up to the mayor's office have long since gone, but the remains of their metal is crumpled at the base. Across the room, there is a sign pointing down the stairs that says Archives written on it.
I'm going to extend my power pole to its full 15 feet, and I'm just kind of gonna, like a blind man, walk through, very hard tapping on the floor.
Fair enough.
To make sure I don't fall again.
Jazz,
Damn.
in the mayor's office, because that's you flew into.
Yeah.
You see, like, very small bits of remains, like 500 years of decay worth of remains, if any were to exist, of a man sitting at a desk and what looked to be guards. But these are organic.
Oh my. Can I roll a perception check to see if I can tell sort of how they died?
That would be investigation.
Yeah, I'd say investigation.
Damn.
Yeah, but you can.
Oh,
Ooh.
That turned out better than I thought it would.
You look around and you see, like, small hole divots in some of their skulls, even some from where you would expect them to be standing. You see little pock marks in the wall behind it, as if something had enough force to go through both the head and the wall.
So, like shrapnel.
But that is what you see.
So they died from like shrapnel flying around. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can.
I'm just
I'm
being a
not
DM.
with you, so I can't
Yeah.
say anything.
Jazz, do you try to go downstairs?
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly down the
Yeah, I was
stairs
gonna
once I
say-
see they're broken.
Yeah, you have to fly down the stairs, of course, and you meet up with Alex, who looks like a blind man, and Borman kind of like walking around nervously.
And I'm going to remain flying.
Fair. So.
What'd you find? I say as I'm nonchalantly just smacking the ground as hard as I can with a 15-foot rod.
You see Mint kind of just cringe a little bit, and she's like, organic remains.
Ooh, giddy, take me.
Shit, can I fly Alex up the stairs?
Yeah, you can fly Alex up the stairs.
Cool.
I won't make
that.
I won't make
how tall are
you.
the stairs?
It's like a normal staircase, John. Like, I don't think you could get up there.
I was saying, does it curve or?
It kind of curves, yeah.
You'd have to ninja wall
Maybe
run
like-
to get up there.
Unless there's like railings.
There are railings, but you don't think they're sturdy enough without the base of the staircase.
I would help you up if I could.
Are
I
the
really
walls
would.
metal?
The wall is metal.
Shit. Well, if they weren't metal, I probably would have had an idea.
Use the shovel as a base.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Matthew, you go up and you see the remains, and they're way too old to be used. But yeah, you see exactly what Mint saw, and she kind of explains what she thinks happened here.
I see. Okay. What do you mean too old to be used?
Like the remains are, like a 500-year-old remains that have been exposed to the elements.
But there are still remains.
Barely, but there are some.
So animate dead wouldn't do anything?
It would not do anything.
Damn.
That was the distinction I've been trying to make.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they would be able to hear me if I yell up there, right?
Yeah, they could hear you if you yelled up there. It echoes pretty bad in most of these places.
And
Anything of
Jazz.
interest up there?
Just remains.
And Jazz, point out what you found with your investigation.
Yeah, I would say,
Yeah,
Jazz,
yeah.
you pointed out, yeah.
Okay. What exactly was it? I'm sorry. How was
It was
happening?
there are some of the skulls that are still mostly full have holes in them, as if something went through it, and also had the same force to go through the wall behind them.
The guard specifically, or the guy that seemed to be sitting in the chair?
All of them.
Can I check out the wall to see if I can tell what went through?
Yes,
Or
you
if
can.
it's still embedded?
You can. John, any weapons?
No weapons.
Do I need to roll investigation?
I would say roll another investigation check.
I'm assisting you, so roll with advantage.
Yeah, I would. Yes, I would agree. Oh, ooh.
I'll tell you what.
I'm going to let you come to your own conclusion on this one, but when you look at the holes, you see they are perfectly round.
Upon seeing Mint not really know what she's doing, Alexander's going to take over the investigation.
Jazz is just like, wow.
How does a 26 sound?
It is, yeah, it sounds good. The holes don't seem to be in random order, as if the explosion hit here.
Oh.
They don't seem to be in a random
They
order?
seem to be head level.
That's what I'm thinking. And just to test the theory, the orb,
Yeah,
I'm going to touch one of the organic remains with it.
it does nothing. Though I like your spunk.
You know, has that orb done anything since we got here?
Honestly, I don't know what it does other than it has a human heartbeat in it.
Huh. That was just as much a question for God as it was for you.
I know what it does.
Well, of course you know what it does. I'm asking, has it done anything like different
Well,
since we got
no,
here?
it hasn't done anything
Don't
different
know.
yet. You have been trying things with it, and you just haven't gotten to what I've intended for it yet.
You know, I kind of want to go down and check out the archives. What do you think, Alex?
Probably not a bad idea.
Hey,
Um,
archives.
And while they're busy up there, my character said I'd probably head downstairs too.
To the archives. All right. So you guys are gonna head to the archives. I'm gonna, as you're walking in, this is what Borman sees. When you go down the stairs and open the archives, it is a mess. There are papers scattered everywhere, yellowed from some time. Some of them are just like, if you touch them, you're afraid that they'll just fall apart. Cabinets are fallen over on the ground, and a massive sinkhole in the middle is revealing the underground tunnels that sprawl through the city. Hey guys, have you found a theme to all of my buildings here so far?
Yeah, they're fucking dilapidated.
That's not exactly what I was thinking, but
I'm sorry, re-describe it?
Papers and cabinets everywhere with a sinkhole leading into the underground tunnels.
Gotta go underground.
Yeah.
Matthew!
I don't want to go down.
I get this feeling we're supposed to go underground.
You know what, y'all?
No.
Fine.
No, I really appreciate you guys have been to every single one of my locations, because I was afraid you wouldn't.
I'm gonna... Seeing the sinkhole, and Alexander just kind of thinking, like, I'm gonna do, like, a general investigation around the archive, to see if I can find any information about the town.
Okay, so you do
Does
that.
12 do anything for me?
There's a few things I want to talk about that you find out. So you've seen mostly, like, metal skeletons everywhere, and a few, just very, very few organic ones. You find a few manufacturing labels, and you find a few birth certificates.
Wait, question. Am I able to read these papers?
They're in common. It's old common, but it's common. It's like us reading the original, like, American Revolution documents, but maybe a little bit older.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Hear ye, read all about it. Child born on the 9th of Tertus.
But yes.
At the winter's crest.
Can I investigate to see if there's anything of the papers that seem relevant?
Relevant? Yeah, go ahead and investigate. Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, investigate, unfortunately. Oh.
You find one paper that the only thing that's left on it after all of these years is "War sparks in city."
Well, I think I know what happened.
I'm gonna look over at the sinkhole that goes to the tunnels.
Yeah.
I'm gonna light up a torch and drop it.
It's the same kind of...
How far down does that go?
One story.
One story?
Yep.
Um,
It's basically like the basement level, and then the level under, it's the underground tunnels for the entire city.
You know, I kind of want to roll for something interesting,
Yes!
Jacob.
I like it already, and I don't know what it is.
Could I possibly roll perception to see if I find any thieves' cant around here?
Thieves can't. I would appreciate that.
And you'll allow a perception check?
I will allow that 100%. And if you don't get it, you can. Never mind, you got it. You're looking around, and you see some old thieves' cant, like same kind of aged thieves' cant from the papers and stuff, that basically says to you, it basically says to you, staging area for coup.
Oh. And is that like towards the tunnels, or?
It's more like the archive itself. I doubt that they
Oh.
would have thought about the tunnels like falling apart.
Okay. That's interesting.
Hey Jacob,
Yes.
while she's looking for Thieves Camp,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna extend my rod again all the way down to the bottom of the sinkhole,
Yes.
and I'm just kind of gonna like prop the rod up like into a corner.
You're gonna ride it
and
down?
then- yeah, I'm gonna ride the staff down.
Okay. You're
Pick
you're
up my
using your
torch,
noggin, and I'm
snuff
gonna.
it out and put it back.
You're using your noggin, and I'm letting you do that for free.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of gonna start looking around in the tunnel. I want to roll I want to roll an investigation to see if I
Okay.
can see what caused this cave in.
Okay.
Fuck me.
You think
I have
it's
such a good investigation, and I'm rolling in single digits.
you think it's mostly like dilapidation that caused the cave in. Does anybody else follow Alex down into the tunnels?
Yeah, I'll just fly down there.
Fair
I left
enough.
my quarterstaff there. John could write it down.
John, you can ride the extendo pole down and not have to make a check and get hurt again.
Sure.
There you go.
And then I retract the staff. Also, my command word for my staff to extend is power pole.
Nice.
Because Dragon Ball Z reference.
Yeah.
Don't stop,
Stop wearing luck now. Don't stop. Alrighty.
There's so much to be
Found.
found. And Scruff, the owl, is just kind of going to come down and land on my shoulder.
When you all get down there, you start to notice that there are arrows pointing in one direction. You don't know where it leads, but there's an obvious reason for it.
Is there any more thieves' cant around here?
Not that you can see.
Well, okay, and I just kind of keep following the arrows.
And as you start to explore the tunnels,
I was about to say, how dark is it?
it's pretty light. Well, actually, I'm gonna
On the ground. Are the
I'll go a
arrows
little bit.
producing light?
I'm gonna go a little bit further. Never mind. No, okay. The tunnels seem sturdy, but every step creaks and strains in a way that makes the hair on your neck stand on end. The tunnel seems one way leading you somewhere specific. Eventually, you come across a part of the floor sunken into the ground with twisted, bent pieces of metal pointing up. There are, mostly the reason where the light's coming from is holes from the floor of the city above falling in.
Well,
Hmm.
You're all just like, a hole. Something we've never seen before in this place.
You know, hold on, let me see.
You guys are great.
I'm gonna keep going down the hole. Fuck it.
So you want to
Wait,
get...
hold
I don't
on.
have
There's-
anywhere else to go.
No, hold on. I'm gonna take out one of my tinder boxes,
Uh-huh.
light it, and drop it down the hole. See how far it goes.
It doesn't go too far. It's just that, like, you know, if you mess up getting over it, you're gonna get hurt by sharp pieces of metal.
Huh.
God, it's times like this I wish I took the spell Spider Climb.
Alright, I guess I'm gonna fly down into the hole.
Well, it's just that the path continues further on the other end. Like, you gotta get over the hole to continue down the tunnel.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can just fly over the hole. That's fine, Jess. You're
Yeah,
good.
I'm gonna fly over.
Power pole.
Power.
And I kind of lay
Ooh!
the pole
Are you gonna
down
pole vault?
over the thing.
Oh, you're not gonna pull vault over. Oh, that made me happy.
I mean, how high up is the cabin?
You can
line?
easily pull vault. If you stick the pole into the center of that pit with the sharp metal pieces, you could pull vault
If I
over
had
it.
taken my 4th level into monk, maybe, but I have an acrobatics of 3.
Because you're using a tool, I'm not gonna make you roll a check for it. Like a tool with your brain.
Fuck it, then fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pole vault.
Yeah.
And since with a pole vault, you leave the pole behind, it's still there for Borman to use.
You can just push it back over to Borman.
Yeah.
Borman, how comfortable do you feel pole vaulting with your weight?
Don't break my stick.
Can it hold my weight is the question.
Maybe?
Let me look at it. It
Doesn't say weight.
this rod has a button, and when pressed, it doesn't say it's made out of wood. It just says it's a rod.
It just says it's a rod. John, you could
This
probably
is at the
do it.
DM discretion. What is my power pole made out of?
He could probably do it. I'm not going to worry about it. It's a magical pole. It's a magical rod. It's if the materials aren't strong enough, the magic sure as hell is.
Okay.
Well, it'll be interesting seeing him pole vault.
Yeah, it looks like a lollipop bending and flinging forward. And you make it across this pit. And you can kind of see that it's not going to take much further to get to where you're being led. And that's
like give him back the pole.
yeah. And that's where I'm going to end this session.